Okay, at last. This 2 minutes, which is almost up, ends the aerobic part of the workout. We've done the chest, we've done the lats, we've done the legs, we've done the calves, we've done the abs. Now we're going to do shoulders and biceps and triceps, and we're going to use the pail of water and some rocks. Okay, so you got to do this trial and error. I mean, I have no idea what this weighs, but I want to do some warm-up exercises for the deltoids. And a nice one is this lateral movement. And when you have a pail with this little handle, the pail of water always stays kind of perpendicular once you come out here to your arm. So it has a nice way of keeping the load right on your shoulder, and when I show you later, on your bicep. So I'm going to do, what is this way? I don't know, I'm going to do 10 like this, and then I'm going to do 10 on the other arm. You want to be nice and fluid, no jerk. This is not the place to show everyone how strong you are on this kind of movement. So this will warm up. There's 3 heads of the deltoid too. There's a lateral, which I'm mostly working now. There's a frontal. Frontal deltoid will be worked more like this, or in front of you presses like this. And then there's a lateral deltoid, which would be worked like this. Now, I'm not going to get into all this because I've done the whole body. I can't like specialize on each little part of the muscle, or I'll be out here all day and kind of exhausted. So I'll be doing 2 sets of this. Once I'm done with this one, I go back to this one, and the whole idea is to warm up because what's coming next is kind of strange, and you want your deltoids warmed up. All right, so with the deltoids warmed up with the laterals, we're going to look for a stone to do some pressing. These will be one-arm presses. There's lots of stones. Most of them look kind of heavy. I did this 3 days ago, but I forgot what stone I used, so we'll just go, well, this is too small. This one I'm out of used. And the deal here, you got to be careful with this stuff because you don't want the stone to fall on your head. So, this feels heavy, but I'll try it. So I have my left hand in this case guiding it a bit, okay? So 1, 2, 3. It's a heavy stone. And the same thing with the other arm. Be careful how you pick it up. Whenever you pick something up, push out your hips, squat. Okay, up like that. I'm less balanced here, so I need to use my right arm a little bit more to hold it in place. So as long as we have the stone out here, when I do some deadlifts. Look up, butt down, butt out. First thing I do is push my butt out. Don't do this if you have a problem with your back and all that kind of stuff. I used to, but I fixed it. Long story. Okay. All right, so we did 2 sets each for the presses with the stones for shoulders. Now we're filling up the water to do the biceps. You can handle a lot more weight water with the bicep than with the laterals. So I'm going to come here and show you different ways of doing the bicep. Typically what you see is people using dumbbells and they kind of swing it out and go up. We don't want to do that. We want to try to keep all this resistance on the bicep. So we're going to keep the fist behind the hip and lift like this. And this handle on the water is really going to help us because it's going to keep the water right in line with keeping tension consistent on the bicep. So we're going to do, well, with this weight I can do 10, so that's 4, and we'll do 2 sets I won't bore you by showing you all 2 sets, but we'll keep you here until I switch. I don't know how many that is. Let's say it's 10. And then, same thing here. So you can use obviously as much weight as you want for the 10. Keeping in mind you're doing 2 or more if you're really able. I get tired out after everything else I've done. And the idea is not to replicate your home workout. It's to be able to do something to keep things going while you're away from home, in this case, on the Homestead. So I'm going to do another one of those, then I'll show you the tricep. Okay, that's 10, 2 sets of biceps each side. No more water, show you the triceps, a couple stretching ideas, and we're done. If we had dumbbells or pulleys, you know, you do the pulleys like this, or dumbbells like this, or when you're on the floor like this. Don't have that here. This is the Homestead workout. But here's an approximation. It's basically a push-up with your hands closer together to more isolate the triceps, although you are still getting some deltoid and chest. So, for people who have the strength, get in the push-up position with your fingers almost touching, your fingers pointing toward each other, and you come down, touch the chest and push up. You see how the elbows are flared out? So do as many as you can, rest, and then do a second set. For those who can't do that, knees and toes down. If you want a little more resistance than that, heels up. If you can't do any of that, pelvis on the ground, and like this. So I'm going to do the normal set, and then I'm going to rest a little bit, do a second set, and then I'll meet you for the stretches.